All right, we're going to do a recording here for reviewing Chapter 7, you guys. I'm actually going to go to the chapter test. Whoops, sorry, the pen here. Chapter test, the practice test is on page 533. So looking at the beginning of the chapter, we have to solve by two equations, two unknowns by substitution. So let's suppose number one was x plus y equals -9, and then 5x minus 8y is equal to 20. So by substitution, how about if I let y equals -x minus 9? Just isolate a single x or a single y by itself, go to the other equation, and in place of y, be careful with your signs here. Make sure you copy everything down right. And so now you get 5x minus a minus will be plus 8x plus 72 is equal to 20. 13x, subtract 72 from both sides, -52, and x is equal to -4. And then go back up here, y is equal to minus a minus 4 minus 9, y is equal to 4 minus 9, y is equal to -5. My ordered pair answer is -4, -5, and it checks. -4 plus -5 is -9. 5 times -4, -20. And then this would be plus 40, and 20 equals 20, and it checks. Now, maybe on your test, what if they started with this and said 1/9 x plus 1/9 y equals -1? Wouldn't you want to make the adjustment and multiply both sides by 9? And then you'd have x plus y equals -9, which is where you started. So don't get too concerned about fractions or decimals. Just make them into whole numbers and you should be fine. All right. Question 4 is actually a graphing one. There'll be one where you use your calculator, but this one has y equals 9 minus x squared, and the other equation is y equals x plus 3. Now I want you to solve by graphing, but we also could solve this with elimination or substitution. If we did substitution, it would still work. So if these two things are equal, I could set x plus 3 equal to 9 minus x squared, and I could get everything on one side and have x squared, and then what would this be? Plus x, and this would be what? Minus 6 equals 0. If you moved everything to the left side, I think that's right. And then this is going to factor into an x plus 3, x minus 2, so you get x equals -3, or x equals 2, and then y is going to end up being, if you put -3 in here, 9 minus 9 is going to be 0, and if you put in x equals 2, you're going to get y equals 5. So it looks like my ordered pair answer should be -3, 0, and also 2, 5. Now let's go through this same problem and let's graph it. So I'm just going to go to a new screen. Y equals 9 minus x squared, and y equals x plus 3. So if I had a graph here, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the same as y equals -x squared plus 9. Y equals x squared is a parabola. This is going to move it up 9, and the negative is going to make it go upside down. So it's going to go right there. Now, some other points, if I just set x equal to 0, I get y equals 9. So it's going to go through 3, 0, and -3, 0. So here's my parabola. Now the line y equals x plus 3 goes through 0, 3, and it has a slope of 1. So I go up 1, right 1, down 1, left 1, down 1. So it's going to go through this point right here. And remember what I had on the previous one. I got x equals 2, didn't I? So this point up here is going to be at 2, 5. So that point is 2, 5, and this point is negative 3, 0. So you can solve it graphically. Just be careful on your graphs on the tests with rulers and stuff and slope, and you could have got it that way. And if you did this on the calculator, you could get both equations typed in and then just look at the intersection points, and that should be fine too. Okay, let's go to the next one, solving by elimination method now. Let's look at question number 7. Now number 7 has 3x plus 4y equals negative 26 and 7x minus 5y equals 11. So I'm going to multiply this top equation by 5 and this equation by 4, and then I'll have a 20 and a negative 20. So the top equation becomes 15x plus 20y, and then negative 26 times 5. That's negative 130, guys. And then here times 4, I have 28x minus 20y, and this would be 44. And so when I add, I get 43x equals, and that would be negative 86. So then x is going to equal negative 2, and then go back to one of your originals. 3x plus 4y equals negative 26. 3 times negative 2 plus 4y equals negative 26. This is negative 6. When I add it over there, it'll be negative 20, and y is equal to negative 5. And if I go check the other one, 7 times negative 2 would be negative 14, and this would be plus 25. And negative 14 plus 25 is 11. So my ordered pair answer is negative 2 comma negative 5. So that's solving by elimination method. Okay, so then we get to the trickier part, the 3 equations, 3 unknowns. So here's question number 9. X minus 2y plus 3z is equal to 11. Okay, the second equation has 2x, and make sure you put your columns together here, minus z equals 3. And then the third one is 3y plus z is equal to negative 8. Now, the x is gone right here, so how about we leave that equation alone. Now we're going to work with the top 2 equations, and we have to eliminate the same variable. So I'm going to eliminate x. So I'm going to multiply the top equation by negative 2. So I have negative 2x, be careful here, plus 4y minus 6z equals negative 22. And now I write 2x minus z is equal to 3. And if I add this up correctly, I get 4y minus 7z is equal to negative 19. Now I have this equation right here and this equation right here, and I just want to solve, I need to eliminate either the y's or the z's. So if I multiply this equation right here by 7, then I'll have what? 21y plus 7z, and then this would be negative 56. So I get 25y is equal to negative 75, and I get y equals negative 3. Now I need to go solve for z. So right here, 3y plus z equals negative 8. So I plug in a negative 3 there, negative 9 plus z equals negative 8. So I get z is equal to 1. And then I need to still solve for x. So I got that one. So right here, 2x minus z, which would be, so 2x subtract 1 equals 3. So 2x is equal to 4, and x is equal to 2. I got a little cluttered on one screen there. So your final ordered pair triple is 2 comma negative 3 comma 1. Now you should go back and check it. So this would be 2 plus 6 plus 3, and you get 11 equals 11. 3 times negative 3, negative 9, plus 1, that's negative 8, so it checks with all three. Okay, and then maybe just a word problem. This is number 19. So you have two investments that total $50,000, and one's at 4% and one's at 5.5%. So let's let X equal the dollars invested at 4%. And let's let Y be the dollars invested at 5.5%. So it says in the problem that the two investments add up to $50,000. Now the interest rate, total interest, ends up being this. So if I take the 4% of X and the 5% of Y, notice how I wrote that, 0.055, is equal to 2390. So let's get rid of at least two of these decimals. So I could rewrite this as 4X plus 5.5Y equals 2390, and I need to add two zeros. Now, I could use substitution here. I could write X equals negative Y plus 50,000, and I could go here and do 4 times negative Y plus 50,000 plus 5.5Y equals 239,000. And negative 4Y plus 5.5Y, that would be 1.5Y, and this would be plus 20,000 equals 239,000. So, and again, working right here, 1.5Y equals this was 200,000, my bad. Let me erase that. 4 times 50,000 is 200,000. So I get 1.5Y equals 39,000. When I divide, I get Y equals 26,000. So the amount vested at 5.5 is 26,000, and then that would be 24,000. So those would be my two answers. Now, you might get a word problem on 3 equations, 3 unknowns, but that'll be on day 2, and then the second video yet to come. So that should get you ready for day 1. One calculator problem as well, and one word problem kind of involving 2 equations, 2 unknowns.